Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn how to self-hosted n8n. That means you can install n8n on your local PC. By using n8n, you can create AI automation workflow by this. Okay, why n8n? Why self-hosted? Because cost of n8n in cloud is very high and you can create local RAG application with the help of self-hosted. Okay, you can see n8n cost of n8n in the cloud version is very high. Okay, you can see pricing is very high. n8n cloud pricing, okay, this is very high. That's why you can install n8n on your local PC. Okay, self-hosted n8n. In this video, I will show you how to install n8n on your local laptop. Okay, it is a step-by-step guide. Okay, to install self-hosted n8n on your local PC, first you should let me open the WSL, that is Windows Subsystem for Linux. As it is my Windows computer, first let me open WSL. First CMD. Here open the Ubuntu WSL machine. Okay, this is the Ubuntu WSL machine. To install self-hosted n8n, just go to the self-hosted n8n Google search, and here you can go this link n8n self-hosted AI starter kit GitHub pages. It is official documentation for n8. Okay, then just go down. Here you can see self-hosted n8n version has one is self-hosted n8n, another is Ollama for the to run the LLM on your local PC, and Qdrant is the vector database, and Postgres is the database to shape the chat. Well, actually, it can uses as a chat memory. Okay, four things can be installed with the help of self-hosted n8n. Okay, to install self-hosted n8n, you need install Docker on your PC. Okay, install Docker on your PC. To install Docker, you can first check I have already installed Docker on my machine. Docker hyphen version. You can see I have already installed in my Docker in my machine. If you want to install Docker in your WSL, just go to my GitHub repo. This is my GitHub repo, and here you can just click on DevOps tutorial, and you can Docker learn, and here Docker installation. First, copy this command and paste it here. Then this command, and then first two commands and last two, and then you can check that Docker is installed on your PC or not. I have already installed Docker on my PC. Okay, I will put the link in the description. You can check out. After installing Docker on your PC, just go to the n8n official documentation GitHub repo. Okay, then go down. Here you can see one thing, that is this for everyone else. First, you have to choose this command, copy this command, copy it, and go to the WSL, and here paste it here. One thing, copies. Just copy this command, copy this command, copy, and open the WSL and paste it here, and hit enter. It will copy or clone the GitHub self-hosted AI starter kit repo into your local PC, that is your laptop. Okay, it is cloning it. Then go inside the directory cd sal, hit tab and hit enter. Then it should open in any ID. In my case, it will open in VS Code. Okay, then code space and dot and hit enter. It will open the directory in VS Code. Okay, you can see. Then click on Docker Compose. Okay, to install self-hosted n8n, just you have to config file setup before running the self-hosted n8n. You have to change some configurations. Okay, first you have to this command, use this command. Next this command, this copy and go to the VS Code and here paste it and hit enter. Okay, it will create a .env file. Here one thing you should change, that is Postgres username. You should change it. Then change the username root, you can use it any name other than root. Post GRES Grace USER Postgres user. Password you can change it according to your wish, and PostgreSDB equal to n8. And here you can change alphanumeric value, or you may not. Okay. Then Control S, save the changes. Okay. Then go to the Docker Compose file. Click on Docker Compose.yaml, and here one thing you should change, that is go to the Postgres section here, and here you can go to the restart. After restart here and hit enter. Two lines you should add, that is port number. You can here just let me copy the port 5432 from here also. I have already some uses this. You can just go to this line port, copy this and go to the VS Code, and here paste. Sorry, Control Z. Unless so listed here, you can here Control V ports. Okay, you should add this line ports colon 543 to 543. Okay, then save the Docker Compose file. Control S, save it. Okay, two things you should remember. One is .env file. You should change the Postgres user, delete the root, and add any username you can use. Okay, password you can change it as your wish. Here you change post GRES Grace password. I will change this. Control S, save this. Okay, and then you should change the Docker Compose, that is port number. You should add this. Okay, then you should run this command. Go to the this Docker Compose -- profile CPU up. Copy this and go to the VS Code, and here paste it here. Okay, and then you can add one argument, that is space -d. -d means data mode. It will run in the background. Okay, and hit enter. Okay, it will copy all the containers in your local PC. It takes time. Wait a little bit. After completing it, I will come back. Okay, it is completed. All the containers is up and running. Okay, you can check this. Then to access the n8n, just go to the browser, and here you can write, you can localhost 5678 and hit enter. Okay, you can see this is the n8n. You can run it n8n first page. You should sign up first. Okay, for this I am using my username by Gmail ID. Any name, any email ID you can provide. Provide your first name, provide your last name, and password. I am using this password. Any password you can set, and then click on next. Okay, don't update. This is the n8n workflow space. Okay, you can add any, you can create n8n workflow by using this n8. Okay, click on here. You can create AI automation workflow by using n8. Okay, before creating n8n workflow, you can add credentials. Okay, you can add credentials. To access n8n, you can use localhost colon 5678. But if you want to access this Ollama, Qdrant, Postgres, you should change. You should change accordingly. That means if you want to access the Postgres, just use Postgres. Click on here and then continue. Here you should change host name as Postgres. Okay, you should change it. Here you can I have already mentioned here. This host name would be Postgres. Okay, keep in mind, very important config Postgres. To add the Postgres credential, you should change the host name will be the Postgres database name. What is the database name? You can go to the .env file, and here you can see database name is n8n. Go to the this n8n, and username is, here you can see username is, go to the VS Code, username is Postgres user. Copy and go to the here Control V And password, you should change the password according to your here. It is the Postgres password, Control C, and here you can Control V, paste it here, and here, okay, this is the, okay. Then save it. You can see green signal. That means you have successfully connect the Postgres in your n8n. Okay. Then you can add the another credential for the Ollama. Just click on create credentials, and here you can write Ollama. Click on here and continue. Here one should add this line. This is Ollama, Ollama. Base URL must be this, http colon Ollama. You can just, you have to think of that. This is your PC. Okay. And this is your Ollama container. Think of that. This is the Postgres, and this is the Qdrant. Ollama, Ollama, Postgres, Qdrant, Qdrant. Okay. You can think of this. This is the container. And this is the n8n container. n8n container. If n8n, if n8n, if n8n want to access the Ollama, you have to configure it. If n8n wants to access the Postgres, and n8n should access the Qdrant. For this, you should configure accordingly. This is the n8n container. Want to access another container, Ollama, you have to add this line. That is the Ollama, not localhost. Keep in mind. And you can delete the API key. As it is a local, you can delete it. And then click on save. Green means it is successfully connected to the n8n. That means you have successfully, n8n successfully accessed the Ollama. Okay. If n8n want to access the Qdrant, you should change accordingly. That means if you add another, that is Qdrant, Qdrant, Qdrant API, click on and then click on continue. Here you should add this. What is the Qdrant URL? Qdrant URL will be the this. Copy and then this, Control V. Delete the API key. As it is a local, you need not require any API key. And this is very important. http://Qdrant:633. Okay, Qdrant is accessing this. That means copy. Okay, this. Sorry. If n8n wants to access the Qdrant, this is the vector DB database. You have to use this. This is the name of the service. Qdrant : this. That's why you have to change accordingly. Then click on save. Green signal means it is successfully connected to the n8n. Okay, you have to all the change. You have to change accordingly. I have shown. Okay. Then I will show you how to create a basic n8n AI automation workflow like a ChatGPT. Click on go to the n8n home. Here, click on here and create a chat. Okay, or you can create n8n AI, trigger manually, and then click on AI and then click on AI agent and click here. It will, sorry, delete it. It will create a, sorry, it will create a basic chatbot automation workflow. Here you can see this is the AI agent. You should add the chat model. Here in my case, I am using the Ollama Llama chat model. You can add, click on here. I have already add the Ollama credential. You can click in here. Here you can see I have already set the Ollama credential, choose it, and then choose the model. Okay, you can here use the Llama 3.2, and it is shown because go to the Docker compose file. Here you can see Llama 3.2 is installed here. That's why it is shown. Okay, then go to the our, this is set, and then go to click on memory. and here you can choose the Postgres chat memory. I have already set the credential. Okay, then click on others. This is the basic chatbot. Here you can ask any question. Hi, and hit enter to test the workflow. Okay, wait a little bit. It is workflow is running. This is done, and it shows the message, how can I assist you? Okay, that means you have successfully set the self-hosted n8n. Okay, this is the credential setup is done. Okay, this is the self-hosted n8n. If you want to close, if you want to stop the container, you can use this. Just docker compose this command, just control L, clear it. Here you can, if you want to stop the all the docker compose profile CPU down, this command is very helpful. Okay, control L. Now you cannot access the n8n on your, this is connection lost. Okay, connection lost. If you want to run again, or you can access the n8n on your local PC, here you can see, just use this command, docker compose hyphen profile CPU up -d. It will run again all the containers. Okay, wait a little bit. That means your container is running. Go to the n8n section here, refresh this. Wait a little bit, refresh. You can see your n8n workflow is here. Again, you can access the n8n workflow, and you can close it, sign out. Okay, if you see the all the container status, use this command, control L, docker docker ps. Here you can see docker ps, or here you can also create here docker ps. Here you can see all the containers is shown. That means your n8n container, your Postgres container, Ollama and Qdrant is shown here. That means all the containers is up and running. That's why you can access the n8n on your local PC. If you do not see here, that means your container is down. Okay, if you want to stop the any container, you can stop it. Say for example, if you want to create a n8n workflow, sorry, n8n, if you want to create a n8n workflow not using Ollama requires high memory to run the local LLM. Okay, if you can stop it. Okay, so you do not want to access the Ollama. For this, you can stop the Ollama container, one container. Okay, because to run the LLM on your local PC, it requires high memory. If you do not have the high memory on your local PC, you can stop it. Just use docker stop and then name of the container. Copy and paste it here. Okay, now you can see the docker, all the docker ps. You can see one container is not mentioned, that is Ollama. Here you can see 4 container. One is n8n, Postgres, Ollama and Qdrant. And you stop the Ollama. Here you can see only n8n, Postgres, Qdrant. Ollama is not here. That means Ollama is not running on your local PC. Okay, to see the stop container, use this command, docker ps -a and hit enter. All the stop container is mentioned here. Control L, clear the screen. Okay, but if you want to use the chat model, you can use the others. Say for example, Google Gemini, Groq, etc. I will show you how to use other LLM in your local PC. Okay, you can use this. Say for example, go to the Groq site, Groq, Groq Cloud. It provides the LLM freely. Just go to the API keys. Here I have already signed up. You can create API key n8n SEL self, submit, copy the API key, go to the n8n workflow and chat model. Here you can use Groq, and here click on add credential and paste the API key here and save. Okay, then click on others. This is that means your AI agent uses the LLM that is provided by Groq. Okay. Now you can ask the question. Hi. You can just use refresh it. Just clear execution. Reset chat session. Control yes, save the. You can save it by using here. Test. And here you can write hi. Wait a little bit. Parameters. You have to sorry, Groq, and here you can choose the model names. You have to choose it. Here you can choose 20 billion parameter. This model you have to choose it. Use the Groq account, then choose the LLM. Okay, then click on save, and here you can write any questions. Reset it, and here you can hide. That means you have successfully connected the Groq in your local n8n. Okay, how can I help? Okay, in this way you can add another chat model into the local. Okay, here you can access the n8n by using the local host. Okay, you can access the local n8n, that is self-hosted n8n, by using the domain name. I have already created a video how to. This is my channel. Here you can also use this, how to expose n8n localhost to the internet using Cloudflare channel. Now I am showing you how to expose local n8n to the internet. That means you can access the n8n not using localhost colon 5678, but using your domain name. Okay, what is why domain name is required? For two things. One is for two things. One is if you add any Google credential, you have to use the domain name in your n8n. Google auth, add G Google auth in your workflow. And if you want to create a workflow that is webhook URL, if you want to set the webhook in your workflow, you need to add the local n8n to the internet. How to set this? To expose the local n8n to the internet, I am using Cloudflare tunnel. Cloudflare tunnel. I will show you how to step by step. How to use the local n8n Cloudflare tunnel. Okay. To set the first, go to the this section, WSL machine. Here you can see Docker PS. One is n8n container, one is Postgres, one is okay. To add the n8n to the internet, first go to the Cloudflare. It is a free Cloudflare website. Okay, Cloudflare. Cloud FLARE and hit enter. You should buy a domain name. Here in my case, I have bought a domain name. That is, I have bought a domain name. That name is LEARN, learn with -me .online. You have to buy it. I have already bought it from GoDaddy or Namecheap, anywhere. You have to bought it, and then add this domain name to your Cloudflare account. Okay, I have already add this domain name in the Cloudflare. You can see this is my Cloudflare account. I have already add this learn-with-me.online. Learn with me online. This is my domain name. I have already added in my Cloudflare. Then go to this section, Zero Trust. Then click on networks. Then click on connectors. Then click on create. Then click on select Cloudflare. Any name of your tunnel name. Any name you can give. Say for is my PC n8n. Any name you can give, my PC n8n. Then click on shape tunnel. As my n8n runs by using Docker, that's why then you should choose this section, Docker, and then click copy this command and go to your local PC. This is the WSL. Here you paste it here and here add one argument, that is -d. Okay, just docker run -d and space and hit enter. Okay, hit enter, it will clone the Cloudflare container. And if you see here, this is no connectors available now. And if you go to the WSL, here it is downloading done, complete. Cloudflare configuration complete. And go to the Cloudflare, you can see this is connected. That means you have successfully add the Cloudflare tunnel in your laptop. And then click on next. Here is very important thing you should add. How to access the n8n by using domain name. Say for example, I want to access my n8n instead of this. Just use, right now I am using this. Copy and go to, sorry, this. Right now I am accessing the n8n by using this. But after creating the Cloudflare tunnel, I want to using this domain, just use this. Copy, Control C, Control V. Before that, I want to add the subdomain, that is n8n pc dot. Right now I am accessing n8n by using this http localhost colon 5678. But by using Cloudflare tunnel, I want to access the local n8n by using this domain name. It is called expose local n8n to the internet. n8n pc. Go to the Cloudflare section. Here the only put the name of the subdomain. Here is this case n8n pc is the subdomain. Okay, n8n pc is the subdomain. You can create, sorry, n8n pc is the subdomain. Okay, this name is the subdomain. Okay, just use this n8n pc. Add the subdomain only here and then choose the domain name. Here is this. You can see n8n dot this. This is the full. I have already mentioned here. Okay, then here you can click the HTTP and then put the URL of the local. This is the, here go to the WSX section, control clear the section. Here one thing, you have to check the IP of this local PC, IP address and hit enter. It will shows the IP of your machine. Here go to the H0 and here copy this IP, just here copy and go to the Cloudflare section and paste it here, IP colon 5678. Okay, this, and then click on complete setup. Wait a little bit. It is so successfully created DNS record. Okay, here you can see my PC n8n, this tunnel name I have created, and this is healthy. Click on here, configure it, and then go to the published application routes, and then click on here, and then click on here. That means you can access the local n8n by using this domain name, that is n8npc.learnwithme.online. Click on here. Wait a little bit. You can access the n8n by using this domain name. Okay, you can see, you can access it. This is, you can see the domain name. And earlier the domain name was this localhost colon 5678. Now you can access the domain name n8n by using n8npc dot, this is my domain name, this. Just put the earlier email and earlier password. Okay, earlier email and earlier password copied. I have already saved the password, and this is my gmail.com. This is my email ID and password set earlier, and go to the click on sign in. You have successfully accessed the n8n by using the domain name. And you can also see the test workflow I have already created. You can access this same workflow I have created here. By using this, you can access the n8n on your local PC. Okay, this is the self-hosted n8n. By using self-hosted n8n, you can create local RAG. Local RAG. Local RAG. That means retrieval augmented generation. You can create local RAG n8n workflow by using self-hosted n8n. Okay. If the video is helpful, please like it, share it, and subscribe. And if you want to create me a local n8n local rack in your by using local n8n, comment me. Okay, and this is the diagram you can see. Okay, thank you.